and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Hello, Manchester, and I am thrilled to be in the great state of New Hampshire with thousands of hardworking patriots who believe in God, family, and country. Thank you, thank you. And I'll tell you what, we have more in this arena, and I hate to say this to you, we have more than this outside of the arena trying to get in. So if you'd like to give up your seat or where you're standing, sorry we couldn't get your seats. But if you want to give it up, let them come in, you go out. Does anybody want to make that deal? I don't think so. But we have more in this arena and outside of this arena than all of the other candidates, meaning the Democrats, put together and multiplied times 5. And the fake news, these guys will never report that. They'll never report it. They don't even like showing the crowd. They always show my face. They never show the crowd. But you know what? The people can hear the crowd. The people can hear the crowd. They know. That is not the sound of 200 people. One of their prime candidates today, they worked a big deal. They had exactly 104 people. And the fake news said, it was a nice crowd, very nice. If I had one empty seat here, one empty seat in this massive arena, they'd say, he didn't sell out. But you know what? We have never had an empty seat from the day your future First Lady and I came down the escalator. Never. Not one. And we have the biggest arenas in the country. With your help on November 3rd, we are going to defeat the radical socialist Democrats. We are going to win New Hampshire in a landslide. This is a truly incredible time for America. We have the best economy we've ever had, the most prosperity. We have got the most prosperity we've ever had. By the way, we're going to keep it that way, too, if it's okay. And we've just built the most powerful military anywhere in the world. It was totally depleted. Now it has all brand new jets. It's got brand new missiles and rockets and everything you can imagine. And if it hasn't been shipped yet, it's going to be shipped soon. On Tuesday, I delivered my address on the State of the Union. And I had somebody behind me who was mumbling terribly, mumbling, wah, wah, ho, ha. He was mumbling. Very distracting. Very distracting. No, it's very distracting. I'm speaking and a woman is mumbling terribly behind me, angry. There was a little anger back there. We're the ones should be angry, not them. We're the ones that should be angry. But we proudly declared that we are in the midst of the great American comeback. Our country is stronger today than ever before. And the day after my address, our good Republicans in the United States Senate voted to reject the outrageous partisan impeachment hoax and to issue a full, complete, and absolute, total acquittal. And it wasn't even close. And I want to thank our Republican senators and our Republican House members. They were tremendous. In the House, we won 196 to nothing, and then we got 3 Democrats. And in the Senate, other than Romney, we got 52 to nothing. 52 to nothing. That's something. And in one case, we got 53 to nothing, but I don't even count that, to be honest with you. The radical left's pathetic partisan crusade has completely failed and utterly backfired with 18 votes. Think of that, 18 votes to spare, with a lot of votes to spare. And also, very importantly, as of today, we, because it's we, it's not I, it's we, it's all, we're all in this together. We have the highest poll numbers that we have ever had. Thank you, Nancy, very much. Thank you. While the extreme left has been wasting America's time with this vile hoax, we've been killing terrorists, creating jobs, raising wages, enacting fair trade deals, securing our borders, and lifting up citizens of every race, color, religion, and creed. From our rural communities to our cities, we are expanding the blessings of America to all of our citizens. We added another 225,000 new jobs last month alone. Amazing. And I listened, I watched. I had all these experts. They would say, yes, I think 60,000. Another one said 101,000. Another one said 125. Another one was 118. And then the number came out, 225,000. Pretty good. Pretty good. We have destroyed the ISIS caliphate. We killed the founder and leader of ISIS. Al-Baghdadi is dead. Al-Baghdadi is dead. And we just took out the world's top terrorist, Qasem Soleimani, ending his evil reign of terror forever. The fact is, America is respected again. It's been a long time. But as we keep on winning, Washington Democrats keep on losing their minds. They're crazy. That's why millions of registered Democrat voters are leaving their party to join our movement. They're joining our great Republican Party. Now, I can't tell you what's happening tomorrow because, you know, you have some pretty strange election laws here, right? Remember last time we won the primary tremendously? We should have won the election, but they had buses being shipped up from Massachusetts, hundreds and hundreds of buses. And it was very, very close, even though they did. But this year, you know, we have a great governor, Governor Sununu, great governor, Chris. And now you get prosecuted if you do what they did. So it should be a lot different. But we have done great. This has been an incredible state for us. It's a state where the people are great. Just great people. And we hear that there could be, because you have crossovers in primaries, don't you? So I hear a lot of Republicans tomorrow will vote for the weakest candidate possible of the Democrats. Does that make sense? You people wouldn't do that. My only problem is I'm trying to figure out who is their weakest candidate. I think they're all weak, one another. We proudly welcome and embrace voters of all parties and political persuasions who want to join our mission, a very simple mission. Remember, make America great again. And then after we make it great again, which we already have, we've had 141 days where the stock markets have reached their all-time historical high, 141. Think of that. Out of 3 years, 104, and to me, I view it differently. Well, I look at your 401ks. I mean, who is doing well with their 401k? Up 90%, up 104%. Is there anybody doing badly with the 401k? I'd like to not talk to that person. Does anybody have a 401k where they're doing badly, please? No, don't put up your hand. I don't believe it. No, the 401ks, they're up 90%, 95%. I always tell the story. People come up to me, they say, I want to thank you. My wife thinks I'm a total loser, sir. She thinks I am the worst person with money, with financial. She thinks I'm just horrible in the last 3 years. I'm up 94%, sir. She thinks I'm a total genius when it comes to finance. She loves me again. She didn't love me before, sir. She loves me again. That tells you something about money, doesn't it? That's tough. The first step to victory in November is tomorrow. Go send a message that Republicans, and you can vote for the weakest candidate if you want, don't worry about it. I don't really think we actually have a candidate against us. That Republicans are energized, that we're united, and that 9 months from now, we are going to take back the House of Representatives, we are going to hold the Senate, and we are going to keep the White House. You know, they always talk about the Democrats, they have enthusiasm, right? We have so much more enthusiasm than it's not even close. They're all fighting each other. They're all going after each other. You got them all over the place. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They can't even count their votes. We're thrilled to be joined tonight by many great leaders from across this state and this country, great national leaders. I want to thank our tremendous Vice President, Mike Pence, who spoke earlier this evening. And also with us are warrior senators, the two people that wanted to be here. They're going to be here tomorrow. They're going to be here to get out the vote. I don't think we have to worry too much about it, but that's okay. And very highly respected Senators Lindsey Graham and Rand Paul. Great guys, warriors, they're warriors. Hey, Lindsey and Rand, that's not bad. Can you imagine if you actually came from New Hampshire, what it would be, right? That's not bad. But they have been great. All they do is they looked at everybody for the last couple of months. They said, read the transcripts, please. Read the transcripts. But I want to thank you both very much. Two great people, two great friends. Man, look at all that television back there. Whoa. That's bigger than those terrible Academy Awards, I gotta tell you. That used to be big, not so much anymore. A friend of mine, another great leader and somebody that's going to be Speaker of the House, hopefully next year. Kevin McCarthy, our leader, Kevin McCarthy. Oh, well, that'd be nice to have Kevin, a pro. You'll see things get done like you never believe. Thank you, Kevin, very much. Great. A very brave man. He took a bullet. He got shot. And he got up. He was going to die that night. I tell the story all the time. His wife, she was crying so much. When he finally did awake, I said, well, one thing I learned, your wife loves you. Why do you say that? Because she was devastated. I know many wives that don't get too upset. His wife was devastated. His family was devastated. The doctor told me he didn't have a good chance, but he's tough as hell, and he's a really terrific friend. He's a winner. He put himself back into shape. He actually looks better now than he did before he got shot. Steve Scalise. A lot of guts. Your NRCC chairman, Mr. Tom Emmer, Congressman. Thank you. Tom Emmer. Thank you, Tom. And Representatives Mark Meadows. Did anybody ever hear of Mark Meadows? These are warriors. Matt Gaetz. Matt. Whoa. Not bad, Matt. That's not bad. Mike Johnson, great lawyer. Mike Johnson. Thank you, Mike. And a man with a very familiar last name, Greg Pence, the brother of Mike. Thank you. Thank you, Greg. And thanks also to New Hampshire Senate Republican leader, Chuck Morse. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you. And I see somebody, two great people, a great couple in the audience. Matt Schlapp and Mercedes Schlapp. They're warriors also. They're warriors also. And I see next to them two warriors. Corey, you are such a fighter. You are such a fighter. Oh, boy, if we could get him to run for Senate, he would win so easily. Corey Lewandowski. Who loves this state a lot. And Dave Bossie. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. Great job. I'm just picking these people out of the audience. We have everybody here. The New Hampshire House Republican leader, Dick Hinch. Thank you, Dick. Thank you, Dick. A man who's been with us right from the beginning. Last time, when I left here last time, I felt so good. Everybody coming up to the room, you're going to win. We win by a lot, right? We had actually a total of 18, and we won. We had a tremendous night, and I've never forgotten it. And there was a friend of ours, chairman of the New Hampshire Republican Party, Steve Stepanek. Steve Stepanek. That was a big evening. And three friends of mine that are co-chairman Al Baldessaro, Fred Duchette, and Lou Gargiulo. Thank you all very much. And David and Corey, thank you also for being here. Also a woman that not too many people know. Very powerful, very smart, very beautiful, even though I'm not allowed to say that because she's my daughter, Ivanka. Come on up, Ivanka. And Jared, who is making deals that are so good for this country. People have no idea what's happening. I will tell you, we are making trade deals and other deals, the likes of which nobody's ever seen before. Jared Kushner, thank you, Jared. Thank you. And Kimberly, thank you so much. I heard your speech on the plane on the way in. I was very impressed. And did Don Jr. make a good speech? Come. They're good kids. They went through a lot with this hoax. I want to tell you, they went through a lot with the hoax. A woman who headed up the great state of Michigan. You know, the Republicans hadn't won it for 30 some odd years. You don't win Michigan, they said. I said, really? Every time we have crowds like this, why aren't we going to win? We did our final speech at Michigan. In fact, we left New Hampshire and we just added it on because our opponent heard that they were in trouble. And they were in trouble because we won the great state of Michigan, and helping us was the RNC chairwoman, Ronna McDaniel. Great job. I said, get me the woman from Michigan to head up the RNC. Who's that woman from Michigan to head up the RNC? Thank you, Ronna. Great job. Setting all kinds of records, polling records,